Hello everybody all over the world. Hey, and welcome to HiGPS 315 Competitive Nightmare Continued. So a bit over a year ago, that was in April in 2017 when we got our, I think we got our update for competitive. And it sucked, and I was told by others that I can't wait to tell you while you're wrong. And here we are, much later, and it's not as bad, but it's still not good. I mean, if you have 10 kilos of shit, now we have like 8 kilos of shit. Like 2 kilos have been removed, but it's just mostly shit. So if you haven't watched the episode, it's or the previous one that we did a year ago, it's HiGPS 277. I'll show you some clip. We can watch me together. GPS reacts to GPS. So let's see here. Oh yeah, I liked how this one started.
Fuck my life. Fuck this goddamn game mode. It took me 4 hours just to find a goddamn match, and in the first try was 2 hours, but someone's game crashed and it said it was safe to leave. Fuck you, Valve, you pieces of shit. Fix your goddamn game. Hire more people to fix this goddamn game. Attached. Fuck this game mode.zip. From Flutter Drive. Mildly upset about the matchmaking system for today's episode. Hello everybody all over the world.
So the people weren't as angry this time around, but I'll just showcase a couple of clips here that I found while I was rewatching this episode to see how much changed, and surprisingly, there really isn't that much that has changed.
Of the 22 submissions we got today, so if yours wasn't featured, too bad. But I looked at all of them and I got a pretty good impression that competitive 6v6 matchmaking within the game is not in a good state. It is in an awful state, filled with cheaters and clueless people that shouldn't be playing. So, for those of you who don't know, 6v6 has a ton of leagues that's outside of the game. And people who are good, they play there. So this is actually going to be a topic for another video that I'm going to make. As long as matchmaking remains how it is, it's gonna suck forever in the game. Matchmaking is good outside, but not inside the game. All right.
Cool. Thank you, past GPS from a year ago, who had a hat that was not reflecting all the light, because it was the cap that I had that is blue. Basically, a lot of the same shit can be said now, except for other stuff. We also had a graph last time showcasing what people played, right? Like this was the graph. This is what people played. Fucking earphone view can't zoom. There we go. And you can see like most people, they play like other achievement, orange, stuff like that. And there's like a very small percentage of people who actually play competitive. I think in this graph, like community servers as well as competitive servers were kind of the same, I think. I'm not entirely sure about that. But here's some stats that I'll pull up live right now. So now it's currently 7 o'clock here in Europe, so it should be prime time to play, some competitive TF2 at the end of the day. And there's the site that shows you how many is playing Valve matchmaking. And there's 6 matches total and 80 players currently playing. There's 80 players playing. So I've been the kind of a prophecy of TF2, and I have been right very often. And especially with this, I've said that Valve competitive is going to suck forever because it's not a viable game to do competitive in, because the game is unable to figure out who is, first of all, cheating, and second of all, who's on the equal skill level. Sure, it's better now with the latest update, but it's still ass. I'm not having fun. It sucks. Like 6v6 as a format is not interesting to me, because absence of players makes certain classes better and other classes worse. And don't listen to that idiot Solar who's just like, well, the class gets better when people are good at the class. It's like, duh. Of course that goes without saying. I'm just saying that scouts and soldiers become better if you half the population down from 12. And if you half it again now to 3, what do you play? Well, you play 2 scouts and a medic, and then you win everything. Right. So today's topic was, of course, just you playing the game. So I wasn't entirely clear with the submissions today, but basically you play one game, your first game, 2 lives, you submit that. That was it. People submitted multiple stuff, but I just picked the first game and the first 2 lives that you had. So we have quite a few to go down here, and I've been ranting for a good 5 minutes of just blah, 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 competitive sucks. And at the end, I will come with the verdict of my thoughts of competitive, and spoilers, it's not worth developing even more. Right. So, here we go. First up is going to be Mystic. He's going to be the first guy. He's going to be the introduction to everything. Let's see what he does. So here we are, getting ready for the game. And just getting ready. Just waiting for people to... Oh, the match is over because someone left. All right, cool. If any of you had made like a, like a bingo board, it's like leavers, cheaters, shitty teammates, laggy teammates, clueless teammates. Take a shot every time one of these happens and you'll be fucking plastered before the episode is over. I can guarantee you. So I think that's what happens to most people. Like, people just don't show up, and then shit happens, right? So that was Mystic. Thank you, Mystic. Good representation of the current state of competitive matchmaking. So let's go on to see where actually a game is happening. So this is Rattle Wrench. He is going to be playing the Demolition Man, and he's going to be playing here on Foundry, a map that I like. 5CP seems to be the map that favors 6v6 the most, so he's just, laying down some sticks here, and this is pretty good. So what does it mean to play competitive? And when I asked that question to 30 people at Deutschland, who are all competitive players, both Highlander and 6v6, some of them are very good, I got not a single of the same answer, because people have different interpretation of what competitive means. So I will just make a definition of competitive. Competitive means like you have... No, that's his first death. You have excelled so much in the game that you now want a greater challenge. You want to play against people in an organized format where everybody has assigned roles and you're gonna do everything you can to win. That is my definition of competitive. It's like, you know the class so well, you know all the maps, you just want to have like a good competition where everybody knows their place, like the enemy you play against are competent, and you yourself are competent. So there he runs into a bit of a problem, which is a heavy, which actually shouldn't be a problem if you have proper pipe aim, because heavies fucking suck against Demo Man in this format. So they do take him out, and you can see like right now in the top there, only 2 of the red people are alive. So now is a great time to stop doing whatever they are doing and just attack at any point in time and go for the capture. So they spend a bit of a time there getting into position now that the other team has respawned, and they can just stand on the point whenever they want to, which they are going to do eventually. And they have 2 medics, so they don't have the like enough firepower to deal with everything. So there we go, Rattle Wrench getting everything done. There's that heavy again. Lands 100 pipe on him and misses the second one, and somehow lets his heavy friend die. Should have killed that heavy, dude. You just needed 1 more pipe and that heavy would have died. But then someone is backcapping and they don't fully succeed, but the medic gets an uber sign. There you go, victory for Rattle Wrench. Feels pretty good. And then I think he hasn't died yet, We're still on the second life, so here we go. Second life coming in. This is the final, so let's see how he decides. So the medic's a bit slow. Misses the arrow when you aren't moving, or maybe hit the other guy, who knows. Here we go. Lands down some sticks, just occupying the space. Soldiers are jumping, having a battle. I like that he's positioned himself in the back. It's a nice little place to stand, and just laying down some pipes there, and there's a bunch of sticks. And here's what you do about those sticks. Leave them. Just don't... I mean, you can stand there and they won't hit you. So here, Rattle Wrench actually makes a bit of a tactical error. So instead of focusing this constant damaging dealing fucknut over here, he decides to focus the other guys. So let's see how this goes. So his demo dies. They only have one medic this time. He goes in for a bomb on the medic here. Actually lands, kills the medic. No, that's a soldier. There we go, kills the medic. Goes 2 for 1. He has killed 2 of the enemy team, but they have traded 2 for 3. The other team lost their medic, but we will never know what happened because that's where it ends. So far, that looked like an okay game. However, it didn't look like a competitive game because people were just kind of all over the place and nobody really seemed to know what they were supposed to do and where they were supposed to go for. Some mismanagement and stuff like that. All right, so here we have Amadeus, also on Foundry, just waiting for people to join. There we go, gates are about to open. Here we go. Huntsman, Sniper, 2 medics, soldier, and a pyro. Okay, could work. Could be that the sniper, who is a reliable medic sniping killer, could be a beast with the bow. Keep in mind, as for like 6v6 rules and like studies that I've watched, if you play sniper, you either have to drop the medic or like kill the medic very early, or you have to kill 2 people to make up for you playing sniper because you're not that reliable like a soldier or a scout or a demo. Same with spy. As a spy in 6v6, you are only excused if you're able to kill the medic quickly or you kill like a crucial target that will cause you to lose as it is happening and then allowing your team to push forward. Either that or 2 people. If you can't do that, you're fucking useless. And you should be playing something else. So Amadeus here, you know, with the double medic. Works great. Uses the crossbow a bit too much. And here, like, welcome to competitive TF2. Here, we will do whatever we can to win and use whatever legitimate strategy. So we have 2 demos, each with a medic, both meleeing each other. So here's what you do. You run in with the Uber Saw, you hit him twice, and then you almost have your full Uber. Is that what's gonna happen? Well, we're gonna hit our friend and then miss and then shoot him with this and then not build 50% Uber, which it could have done. Amadeus, what the fuck are you doing? All right, so then people leave and then we get a bot, so that's another of the bingo sheet. If you get a bot in your team, take a shot. So they won this fight quite convincingly. So that's good. I mean, that's only because it's not because they were good, it's just that the other team was just insanely shit. I mean, they basically have 2 people that can do the damage, right? Kill those 2 because healing doesn't stack and you're good. So here we have a medic here, Arek. He's gonna get that 100%, and Amadeus is at 98. And when you're at 98, you keep that heal beam constantly to get that 100%. And I'm just like bashing my head against the desk watching this. So he's like at 98%. There's a soldier there. It's like, all right, don't want to go after that soldier. If he would have kept the heal beam on the Uber medic, he would have had 100%. And there we go. And then he just needs to find someone and don't engage this guy. And then he runs up with the Uber Saw and switches, and the demo dies. And now he could connect with the pyro and heal him for that. And there we go, 95, 98. There we go, 100. Finally, jeez, took long. All right, so here we go. We're gonna attack at any point in time. Send in the pyro. That doesn't use the power jack because the WM1. What the fuck else do you need, dumbass? And there we go. Just, yeah, not going to be able to close the gap because Pyro's also slow, but the medic fucking misses the stairs. This is what I'm talking about. Like, your Pyro is ass. He can't, like, he doesn't detonate or jump or scorch shot jump or anything like that. Doesn't have the jetpack. Doesn't have a gap closer. And then somehow the medic fucking misses the stairs and then gets killed by this Pyro. Like, how? And then we run in and then, of course, he Ubers, right? So that means this sniper isn't very scary. So that means we can Uber him, and we could Uber the soldier, and then he doesn't do that, and then we don't run away, and then we just fuck ourselves. And then I yell at you for like, what kind of shit was that? But that was only the first life. He's only died once, so he's gonna be able to come back here, and he's like, oh fuck this medic business. I'm gonna play Scout, which is my main in Highlander, obviously, and then he's gonna run forward. All right, so there we go. We're gonna have a battle. He has a medic, the other guy doesn't. Who's gonna come out on top? Well, the guy who has a soldier on the roof, probably. And then here, there isn't a lot of red, but there's a lot of blue coming. So here, what I would recommend is like, tell your medic, like, hook onto me, and then we run out and rendezvous with the rest of the guys, because winning a 2v4 is gonna be pretty difficult. So what do? Well, they stay and fight. The medic launches himself willingly into the 4 guys that are there. So he just dies. And Amadeus is left here by himself with the other scout, that's using the short stop, which sucks. And then he has a great, escape momentum with the use of the atomizer there. And that's what I like to see in competitive. It's like, I have this item equipped, I know how it works, and I'm gonna use it to what it's designed to do. And that's exactly what he did. So he's going for like the survival scout with the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol with some added mobility, and then he can stay and fight the soldier. He doesn't know where people are behind him, and then he's gonna go and try and kill the scout, and then he dies because it was 2v1 and the medics want to come later. But there we go. Competitive. I'm not so sure about the medic who just voluntarily sacrificed himself to the 4 guys. You have mastered the game and you want a greater challenge when you're playing competitive, and we're not seeing that at all. We have a lot of demos to go through, and this is kind of like a common theme in my experience. And if you played competitive solo, you know what this is. So this is going to be Esteban Failsmore, was that his name? Esteban, at least, is his name. He has hot dog hat and he has medic with bunny ears and stuff, and we're just waiting to start. All right, so we have rocket jumper soldier. Do we? Is that really what we have? Wait, hold on. That can't be it. All right, but we have 2 spies. Remember what I said about spies, that as a spy, you need to either kill the medic really quickly or get 2 kills really fast. So that means those 2 spies are going to kill 80% of the other team by themselves in order to make up for them playing spy. So let's see if they do that. That will be interesting if they're able to push that off, considering there isn't. I mean, they have 1 bomber and a scout, and the medic is here, and Esteban switches away from this. He's also using the Natasha to make sure that his spin-up speed is at the absolute slowest. So he just runs out here and he starts doing the damage. And there's a sniper who's actually way better than spy in pretty much every single situation in the entire game, except a very select few. So being a heavy, that's going to be pretty tough. So that first fight didn't go very well. They actually got hit pretty hard. So this green guy here dies. Not a big surprise. So here, you're 2 down, and of course the spies did nothing. The 2 of them. So there we go, and I'm not sure where the sniper was. Maybe well, we're not sure where he is. So now Esteban doesn't really know what to go, and this is what I mean. You need to have, if you're playing competitive, you need to know all the maps and what to do and when to do it. So right here, I would probably have gone up top here and just held this area, or just ran back to last altogether. However, they don't do that. They have an Uber, but no mobility classes to use them on. Now they have 2 medics, a spy, a scout, and a soldier that's dead. However, they do get the kill, so there's 2 down for each team. Respawn coming in. Esteban runs back here because there's actually no one watching this. And here comes the other heavy that they have. Okay. And then he's gonna die to that soldier. So now they got a pick. They also lost their scout. Now nobody's watching last. And then sniper with the cozy camper. Why would you ever pick something that isn't Girardi? In 6v6, Girardi is so strong. Throw this and it's so much potential effective damage. Like, no, I just don't want to flinch when I'm fully scoped, which I'll hardly ever be. But then Esteban kills the medic, and then he kills the sniper, and then he kills the scout so that he gets a 3 kill, all right? So now he just has to get up here because, oh no, the soldier's on the medic, and the medic's dead. Fuck, and here's the demo man, and we're dead too. And that's the end of it. So heavy with Natasha, not knowing where to go and not knowing where to stand, because as a heavy, you just kind of have to hold down the fort because you're too slow to move around and really do something. So that's why Soldier, Scout, Demo Man would have been really great, especially with the medic. If he'd had the quick fix, you can just jump on the point. Easy, instead of having to run up all that place by yourself. So that sucked. That is what I would consider an awful game for me. Like, I would not have fun playing that game where people just don't know what they're doing. So here we have Coco Bag, and we have a shitty map called Swiftwater, which for some reason had the most playtime. And the reason it has the most playtime is because it's so fucking long. And Val was like, we put this in the rotation because this is good, right? And 10 seconds. All right, so he's playing Soldier. All right, ready to go. And their team actually, they have 4 soldiers. Dude, this is good, right? 4 soldiers, they can bomb, like they can just send all 4 soldiers on the medic, and the medic is dead. You can have your medic in spawn. You can have a full Uber advantage, and you can go whenever you want to, except the medic fucking dropped in spawn to not a crit. How? I don't know. He could just stay here. And he would have been safe, but he didn't, so he died. So now we're back to 1%, and our quad bombing strats doesn't really work, and the enemy team is actually building sentries literally outside your spawn. This is competitive. This is where people are supposed to know what they're doing. This is where you go for the additional challenge and teamwork, and people are just, it's basically a 6v6 pups. And then he runs into this medic and uses the shotgun, and I swear he almost died well, there was a scout there, but he has some troubles there. But that's his first life. One more, and he is out. So let's see what he does. So he jumps up top and sees that they have nothing there, decides to push the payload. Keep in mind, there's a stopwatch, so whoever pushes his fastest wins, not who just happens to push it into goal Overwatch. God, it's dumb. Well, let's have a race where we determine not the guy who ran the fastest, but just who was able to complete the goal total. And then we have some bullshit mechanic with timers at the end. Or we just draw it, whatever, you know, fuck you. So, he's with his medic, Chijabang, that's what it says there, it means cheese bread. And then he goes for a jump here, and I like what he does. Jumps forward, sees the soldier, or at least Demo Man, and he kills him. And then, of course, nobody's pushing because they don't have a scout, because having 2 times on the cart would be really great, or you could just stack a bunch of heavies and just roll through like you do in any pub. So, there we go, Girardi. Look at how great Girardi is. Why would you ever not use that? You know, it's so good, and then the medic's in the corner. There we go, bye-bye, 69 health. So there we go, and he's just pushing still. Do you think, all right, do a vote now. What do you think? Do you think he's gonna be able to push this all the way to the goal without dying and without any opposition? Oh, look, a spy! Wow, that's a free kill, and just being out of combat constantly when you're getting spotted like that. Like, don't even bother with spy unless you're like, oh man, we're at an impasse where nothing works. We might as well try a spy. Here, you're just like his team. If you look at the composition for blue team here, heavy, soldier, demo, sniper, soldier, and a medic. That means it's not a very mobile comp compared to like scouts and stuff. But going pyro here is fucking suicide, right? Because, yeah. There you go, Coco Bag goes for a bit of a jump, and then he shotguns down this medic, and this pyro doesn't, like, he didn't, like, he crossed in front of him, and he didn't see him. It's just ass is what it is. So now they're meeting finally some opposition here. Medic returns, and then they use the most devious strategy ever known to man. This strategy is so strong, it can end stalemates and help you win. And the strategy is just to attack whenever you fucking feel like it. At any point in time, they just hold W and just go forward. And look at that Girardi Bushwaka, the Ahmed sniper, or whatever that name says. It's Egegibui or something. And they just fucking destroy them straight up. And then they just keep pushing because there's nothing to stop them. And if someone is hanging behind, they're actually not helping the team, but they're sabotaging the team. And Coco Bag jumps forward here to occupy some space while I have ×2 on the cart. Could probably just go on cart duty, but he's jumping a bit back and forth. And the sniper's actually doing some job getting some picks there. He's getting some nice splash damage on that heavy. He's just deciding to reload, go to the medic, gets a heal arrow. Because some medics are actually able to hit those because they don't fire them every 2 seconds. And he's looking for spies because as like if the enemy team, oh wait, the enemy team has a spy, he's dead. And there we go, he dies. And that's, no, it's not a spy, just a medic who acts just like a spy, and now they have a scout and he's by himself. So the defending team is actually fucking up by engaging this group like 1 and 2 and 3 at a time. And you can see also blue team is also kind of good at helping each other. So he goes up and jumps on top of this heavy who doesn't even realize there's shit behind him. Not like he would have a chance because it's him versus 4 other guys and there's just not enough damage. And then you have this soul sniper here with the backpack because God knows you fucking need those 2 health before you get killed. And there they go. Still hasn't died. We're getting close to the end point here, and not Cyro. He's like, fuck this shit. And I can understand that because his team fucking sucks. And that's because like the other team they just attack and they can handle their classes. And their Coco bag and the other soldier 38 points and the medic 35. And then of course we have another round where the shit team is gonna have to beat that time, and most likely they're not even gonna get to the first point because they're like, 6 dudes? Hold on guys, let me go first and soften them up for you, and when they're fully healed, you can come and get them. So that's another, check mark, total role of the enemy team, because matchmaking is supposed to pair you against other players, but if you look, there's like how many players are playing right now? I'm gonna check. Like, as of right now, this video, it's prime time. There's 47 people playing total, worldwide, playing competitive 6v6 Valve matchmaking. And I think there's like 20,000 or 40,000 people playing total. So that's not a lot of people showing interest in your game mode because, like I said before in earlier videos years ago, it's not... The problem is the players. Because the system isn't able to figure out who's good and who's bad, and there isn't enough players for balanced games. So it's not like the system probably works, it just isn't enough data. So this is Ricardo Celeste, and I'm going to be honest, he doesn't do a good job. If I remember this correctly. So first off, he disconnects himself from the soldier twice, 3 times, and then he just decides to start to heal him. And we have a moment here where I would definitely rage on this medic. Because as a medic, your sole job is just to overheal and keep that uber charge going and then get an uber and push. And I also think, surprise, surprise, that Nico Ni's Morse code is actually a cheater. So he runs into a soldier that isn't able to kill him because this enemy gamer dude actually saved his ass. And then he could run out and get a saw, but then he decides to run in the face of the demo man and get piped twice. And there's that cheater sniper or whatever. So there we go. He overheals him and heals the soldier. And there we go. So now he has to follow this soldier, which he will. Running this way, building that uber careful not to get sniped. Swazi, you see the spy? He got 2 kills. That means the sniper has to get 2 kills to weigh up for that because they're not occupying the space. So here goes the soldier, jumps in by himself, and there's a heavy there, which should be dead because they do have a sniper, but he's just unable to get the kill. But there we go. Only 1 guy alive for... Okay, they're all dead. You can just go and capture. There's nothing going to stop you. So they're going to get this capture. So there we go. So now everybody should just stand on the point and capture, but where's the scout? I don't know, and the other 3 I don't know, and now there's just 2 times 2. So despite not stacking the point, which is like the only thing you can do and care about, they just don't do it. Okay, competitive. You're supposed to know what you're doing. Stack the point. Like the scout's dead. All right, so here comes the soldier. He jumps out, and we're like, 89, 90. Okay, so here's what's really important when you're in this situation. As a medic, just in general. Your heal target is taking a lot of damage. You are extremely close to getting 100% uber. So what you do is you're like, I need this uber 100%. So I would say, fucking don't bother with the crossbow. Just fucking don't. Just keep that going because you can't, like, Ubers, with the crossbow, you can have a mistake and you can miss and you can fuck things up. And I see this constantly. Medics doing that in a clutch moment and they fuck themselves. When you're this close, just keep the meta beam on. So here he goes, he's like 93 and then I'm not sure if that hit. And then he does this. And he would have had Uber now. He would have had Uber if he didn't fuck around with this fucking crossbow. And then they still haven't captured, mind you. And there you go, finally the capture goes. The medic demo, and here is the moment where I would have gotten so much. So he misses, he has full Uber, and now just right click. All right, so he disconnects from the soldier, he dies, and then this guy dies, and then that's a spy. Ricardo, my soul hurts. And then he is forced to retreat, and he doesn't even grab the health back. He's like, no, I'm gonna run to the spawn. And here's the thing, that spawn is inactive. Your teammates spawn from here. Oh, and now he's not even gonna, no. Damn it. And that's the spy, and then, okay, so at least the spy was fucking trash, but you know, there's no one here, and then he has to go back and use, oh my god, Ricardo, I would have been furious if you were on my team and you did that. I would not have forgiven you easily. I would have written a stern comment that would say something like, incompetence surrounds me! And then he actually gets a pretty nice arrow on the scout, and he actually survives, so due to all of that, they might not be able to do it because they know they do have a cheater, and when they have a cheater, you just go vaccinator and you hope for the best. So there you go, keep building. And then he dies, and then if you peek, you're dead too, and then the soldier's like, you're on your own, medic. I don't trust you after the shameful display you just had. And then he gets stabbed by the spy, who was dead ringing all along. So, Ricardo, maybe you should just stick to casual until you've nailed down the medic mechanics and you don't lose people who are literally right in front of you and wasting that stuff. So here's gonna be Cat playing soldier. We're just waiting for everybody to join. Here we go. All right, so ready to go. We have 2 medics. No. So comp is not too bad, except that we have a heavy instead of a demo, and a pyro instead of a scout. But who knows? They might be really good, you know. So let's see what happens with Cat here. So we jump, and we're up top here, and this is where you just stay and occupy the space and make sure that others don't come and bully you off like this other soldier and grab the health. And luckily, the soldier didn't know how low health you were. So if that soldier knew what he was doing, he would know that you were being pretty weak and you were being killed by 1 rocket. He would then think, oh, you're weak. You were gonna go for a health pack. I'm gonna shoot the health pack. This is the guy to think. If he goes like, oh no, medic, I have 1 rocket left. I'll be able to almost kill the medic. And then Cat jumps back up, launches the soldier, and he craters, finishing him off, and then retreating back to the medic, who is in the front. He should never be in the front. And here we have the unstoppable force of a heavy just shooting. How will we ever deal with such an unstoppable power? We can just go around whenever we want to and shoot his medic. The pyro's like, the best strategy, like GPS said, is just to attack at any point in time, and I'm gonna attack him head on. And you can see how well that went. There's the pyro. He's dead. Down there you can see it's so dead, in fact, because pyros are shit against heavies. And yeah, Cat tried to go for the medic, couldn't get the kill. The heavy, very weak, and he might die. So we got other players coming in. You can see this soldier is like, I'm just gonna kill him whenever, because heavies are easy to hit. If you are playing scout, soldier, or demo, and you're having troubles killing a heavy, competitive might not be for you just yet, because heavies are easy to hit. But if they're not easy to hit for you, you could keep practicing. So there we go. Cat jumps back in the action. Cat is back with the attack. Jumps on the scout. Misses everything. The scout didn't even notice. And then we can go and get the medic, maybe. Nope. So we decide to rendezvous with our team. The other team has a spy, and of course, most spies in competitive spend their time dead. because they're usually pretty crap. And if they get kills, it's usually on crappy players. Fighting fire with fire, in this case, fighting crap with crap. So there we go. The reason I wouldn't recommend anyone playing Pyro is because, well, the map here isn't very suited for Pyro, or the game mode in general, because Pyro thrives when there's more people on the playing field. Around 12. And then he kills this guy, and then misses the swing and dies. So that was actually kind of an even game, but then you have, like... He can't air blast, and sniper it with Huntsman. Air blast is like one of the strongest tools for the Pyro, allowing you to do some crazy shit, and the guy's like, no. I'm gonna use the Phlogiston, which essentially just makes me into an ammo pack that occasionally shoots fire. Next up, we are gonna have Electric Mace, and he's gonna be playing on King of the Hill Viaduct with a team that has an engineer this early. So you can play engineer on this map, however I wouldn't recommend playing it right away. And he's also using the Rap Assassin. So there they go, they get the first kill, and now they have 2 kills. So that's 4 guys left. So it's currently 6 versus 4. They have the advantage. So let's see how they decide to do with this. The other team also has an engineer, and that's basically a free kill if you can get it. So Electric Mace is being very careful. And then they just slowly walk on the point. So that's a pretty good push. They got 2 early picks. And then they're gonna back out. He's also pretty weak, so he could potentially finish off that guy. Look at this medic doesn't know he exists. This is why you spam the medic button constantly. So medic is of course very busy. Very late figures out where he is. So as a medic, you know, if you're not healing someone, keep looking for someone. Mini sentry, not a problem when you know how to position yourself. Here, I think Electric Mace made a bit of a mistake there. What he could have done is just jumped over the heavy and started shooting him in the back, and then the heavy would have kind of an interesting predicament where do I kill the scouts that's behind me, or do I shoot the heavy that's shooting at me? So, but that, you know, mistakes happened. They have been a pretty nice round so far, and of course it's hard to, like, this scout pistol isn't as accurate as it could be. Or maybe it's just his aim, so you can see he shoots, misses a lot. And then they push in with an Uber, and then he's gonna have to try and stop the scout, gets the kill, and then the Demo Man. So the thing about Demo Man is if they have the stickies out, just run in their face, and if they have the pipes out, run backwards. It works pretty great, and they kill them both, but there's a ton of red shit on the point. And then he uses the gun to heal up, so he, you know, he's using the weapons to their ability, but maybe not the Rap Assassin as much, because you can fire that thing constantly, which he isn't doing enough. Maybe he's learning it, who knows. But that's why you shouldn't play competitive if you haven't learned it yet, yes. So still looking for an opening. Neither team has their engineer alive. They now have 2 medics that can Uber the heavy and the soldier. Because keep in mind, a heavy can only shoot at 1 target at a time. So if 2 people bomb him on each side, yeah, maybe you kill one of them, but then you kill the heavy hitter, and then the heavy's down, and then it takes a while for him to get back. And if he decides to use the gloves running early or eviction notice to get back, he's going to be significantly weaker and easier to kill. Also, media sentries are a pain, so you gotta take those out as fast as you can, and there you go, clearing out the point. And there we go. Shoots this. I'm not sure if he hit something with that or not. Bit of a scrappy point. So here is why Demo Man is so good, because you can shoot people you can't see. And if they're on the point, you can just shoot the point, force the heavy to unrev, and then you can kill him while he does that. So it seems like they're falling a bit apart here, despite having, like, slightly better comp, I guess. But now the heavy went spy. And look at that, the spy actually killed the heavy with a side stab or something. And the heavy's gonna, of course, complain about face stab, but they do get the point. So the spy actually did something. He killed someone in a moment where it mattered. And then he should probably switch off spy once he's gotten that kill, but he doesn't. He's like, oh, I forgot to kill, I forgot to stab once so I can get it again. And if the opponents are shit, well, then that's the case. So there we go. I would really like them to be a bit more aggressive and fully committed there, but that's fine. You know, he didn't die, and here comes the crits. And then he's gonna take out this teleporter. So Electric Mace doing good scout work. He's doing what a scout's supposed to do. A bit lacking in the aim department, but that comes there, and also the reload management, because he should spend all times reloading weapons. There's a demo, kills him as well, and the guy's like, fucking random crit, I think, or something. There are no random crits in competitive. Shout out to Mr. Paladin, who is watching Spies play. Just Mr. Paladin, I think I remember from one episode of Mr. Paladin talk about, like, if Spy isn't working, you should switch, right? So that's usually the case for sixes. But here we actually had a good moment where the Spy actually did something, and he's still on Spy and they're winning, so, you know. I mean, if you have a Spy on your team, or a Sniper on your team, and you're winning, they don't need to change. But if you're losing, there we go, he gets a double kill. That's what I talked about. He got 2 kills. He has made up for himself not being a soldier or a scout. Right? That's how you do it. He also has a nice hat. A rotation sensation, only cool people wear that hat. Which is to say, I think it's what he wears. Yeah, it looks like it, and this is what the Spy wears too. And it's what I wear. It's the Spy wear. All right. So we can see Electric Mace here, just on the flank here, and here I would really like them to just reload the shotgun. Should have started a bit too early. They have 2 kills, and it's only the other team has 2 heavies for some reason. That's when having a Spy can really pay off. However, as you notice, he hasn't stabbed anyone yet, and then Electric Mace decides he can just do that. I'm not sure if that Spy stab really mattered. So a lot of kills for snipers and spies where we're literally just stealing the frag of someone else and we're like, I did that. When they would have died like a split second later to something else. So far, Electric Mace doing pretty good. He hasn't died this entire time, which is great as well. And there you go. Victory. I'm not sure if he stops it or if he continues. Yeah, we're still going. Still going. This is competitive. Welcome to Electric Mace's doom-bringing scout plays. We still have a Spy. We still have number advantage. Are we winning? No. We're not winning. And there he dies, the second death. So that was Electric Mace. That was a game that was okay. The game would have been a lot better if people actually played like proper competitive classes and used mobility, because mobility is just such a strong tool. And we hardly see anyone use it to their full potential. So this is Jack Mob coming up next. So here we are back on Gorge. They've actually played a round, so this isn't the first round for some reason. But that's okay, I'll let this slide. So he's also playing Scout, which is normally my go-to. I just normally start Scout unless I don't give a fuck, which you'll see later. The other team has 2 demos, and Scouts are good against demos. Jack Mob gets the kill, and Jack Mob is actually doing okay. I mean, there's 2 left on the other team. They killed everyone else, and they were hanging around the spawn. So now they can just use the strategy of just attacking at any point in time, whenever they feel like it, and there's nothing here. Which they do, and look at that. He is looking for someone who was clearing up in the back line, so they lost their medic there, but that's no biggie. I stand on the point, like the other Scout, which didn't do. This is what you do. You stack the point, you capture, and then you move on. And then you can go and bother this guy and be like, don't bother my friends capping, and while you're reloading, you can go back. And of course, you can bullet them out of there, and if you really wanted, you could go for the medic cap. He could afford that, or the medic kill at this point, so he runs into a Scout that doesn't know how to aim properly, and he kills him. Now they have 2 kills. The sniper killed the medic. You know, a kill that mattered. So now the other team has no medic. We have a medic, so now they're using the most important strategy, which is to just go on the point, I guess, and just whenever you feel like it, because there's nothing here, and there you win! There you go! And then the game crashed because that was such an epic finale, so I have to restart TF2. Not sure why it does that on certain demos, just crashes. So here we obviously had a game where the other team was really shit and your team was really good. You can see like the Scout didn't have proper aim or positioning and they just died. That's often what happens. Cool. Next up, favorite or a long time viewer, it's going to be Karma's camera. And he's going to be playing competitive like the rest of us. I don't remember the map, except I do. It's Swiftwater. There we go. And he's playing Demo Man, and I'm fixing the volume. All right. So there we go. He does the double jump and spends a longer time. Rollouts is something you have to learn if you're going to get to the point fastest. Nothing's like when I play like Sniper, and I get to the point before the Scout. like both rounds. All right. So here he is. Iron Bomber, pretty good, very good side grade. Sometimes better than it's better for area denial than a grenade launcher. Does a little bit less damage because of the explosion radius. But there you go. Look at that nice air shot, dude. This is a guy that knows what he's doing. And then he's just staying up top here. He doesn't have to go down. He can just stay here and just occupy space. And that is just such an underrated ability. It's a demo man. You can just scare him out and be like, I got bombs. You don't want to stand in bombs. Oh shit. And then he dies. Legend. Missing some numbers, but Legend got the kill. And they have a pyro with the jetpack for some reason, who started a back cap. And then a medic here with 90% using the crossbow and not healing. Wow, have we seen that before? That's what we call fumbling. And now we would think that Carver's camera is in a bit of a deep, on the deep end. He's on the low ground, but this other soldier sucks. And then they have an Uber come in, he kills the soldier, and he lands. Wow, the other team has 3 soldiers, Jesus. That means you have to hit them when they're reloading. There you go, Demo's pretty good at shooting off the... Oh, look at that, another pipe. Gets the scout too, that scout's so weak, and then he gets the kill on the scout with the pipe as the scout returned, getting pushed by the demo. So that's some great unintentional demo plays there. And of course you have an engineer with a gunslinger against like a demo man that knows what he's doing. You're just fucking screwed. Like, it's like, there's the demo, I'll build it here. Ugh. If I was on the blue team, I would be angry. Because Karma is just killing everyone. So there you go, he's just hanging out in the back, doing some damage, trying to hit the medic. Also not dying at the same time. Should probably be reloading the sticky launcher at this time, a bit over eager. So you can see he misses that, and now the over eagerness is gonna bite him in the ass because he is not properly. Oh, here comes the Uber thing. If he had sticks, he would not have been so fucked as he was right now.
Predictable.
GPS predicts. It's already. I'm yelling at like a recording. It's like someone yelling at the movie. It's like he's behind the door. I'm not sure. Was that his second death? I think so. Yeah, because he died to the scout and then he died now. So that was the 2 lives. I think. Anyway, we saw he did some great stuff. That was a good demo manning, and the other team wasn't that good. But usually, like, what got him there was his mismanagement of ammo and a bit over eagerness. If he would have been a little bit more passive and spent a bit more time reloading his sticky launcher, he would have absolutely destroyed that little push there, and they would probably have won off that roll, I think. Looking at how things were going. So this is going to be a guy that I would say go back to casual, because this is Potato Larry, and he plays like his name, on a potato. No, it's not the stream bugging out. It's actually him playing on like 20 frames per second. It's lagging, and he is playing the medic. So team comp-wise, they have just switched a soldier for a sniper, and this is okay if the sniper is good and is able to get either the medic or 2 kills. That matters, or 1 kill. That really matters. Let's see how this first engagement goes. So first he goes in and he starts lagging like a bitch. So laggy, he looks around, he's healing that soldier. He hasn't really seen anyone else on his team because, well, there's a sniper in the back and they've already lost 2. The other team has lost 2. It's a scout and a soldier for 2 soldiers. Now they lost 3, and the other team has lost 3. Now they lost 4. Now it's just him and the sniper. So now the sniper has to kill 4 guys. The demo needs to die. And he lands a good shot on the demo, and the sniper isn't able to do anything. And here they come, and now sniper is the wrong choice, because he wasn't able to get the kills that matter. But for some reason they are, I'm not sure what the red team is doing. Okay, here they come. They just took a while, and now he's lagging still, and it's like, gotta heal this demo man. And then he does kill Spider-Man, the demo man. And then he does what so many medics does, and just fucking uses the crossbow way too much and misses. God, it's just, don't, just keep healing. You're at 90%, 93%. You're like, oh, fucking crossbow, crossbow, the overhealed guy. And then, oh my God. And then he could nope, the demo dies. And oh, no, you don't do this. 92% Uber, a scout. And you're like, Uber saw. 20 frames per second. Just fucking chill, guys. I got this. And then he misses, of course, and he hits the scout and then goes forward, and he's so weak. He kills the scout, and there's a soldier. Oh shit, 92%. Oh, they're gonna start to back cap. What do we do? Out with the Ubersaw, 21 health. And then we just fucking die and lose. Oh. For some reason that soldier didn't cap. Did he die? No, okay, here they go, they capped. All right, Jesus. Oh my God, we've seen this twice. If you're over 90% Uber, don't fucking do anything but heal. Oh, okay, so a redemption round. Now they have a proper team composition. Now that we got that pyro in there. What's the pyro using for a weapon? Let's see, where's the pyro? There he is. Back burner. Well, it could be good. I mean, at least he can air blast him. Pyro without a hat, air blast. 6v6, yeah. This is gonna go so well. So if you can't heal people in front of you, you can always heal the guys behind you, you know? Just to build faster, just a little pro tip. There we go. And then the soldier jumps away. Should probably have stayed with the medic, but he gets a kill, so they actually have the first kill. And you can see the health is lowering on the team. People are gonna go down, and he dies, and his team, and that's the end, and we will never know what happened, but safe to say, I think they lost. Did not go well. So Potato Larry, if you're gonna play competitive, make sure you have a computer and stable internet connection that works. Right. So this is gonna be Adam W2S playing on the map. We didn't have any turbine, which saddens me because that map fucking sucks. So there we go, gates are open, and here we go. This is Adam W2S, and we can see that, ooh, we have a spy. Oh, look at that! He got the heavy. The mobile sentry is down, and he's gonna fucking, you got it. Dude, reload management, you don't jump with one rocket, and okay, then that's one of the lives. Only one left. Soldier lives can be pretty short. And then you can see the guy who played spy, he got the stab, and then he switched after he died, which was pretty good. And then the engineer's in the ditch. We can kill him later, but then he sees that the engineer's not with the sentry. This demo man is dead. Let's push the cart and rocket jump down here for some reason, but then we jump back here, and this is actually a very good angle because he has a great shot on the gun. Kills the teleporter and then this sentry as well. If it acts like a spy and moves like a spy, it's your teammate medic for some reason. And then he jumps down, shoots this guy. Oh, and then gets the medic, and he gets out of there. He's actually safe. The heavy actually didn't kill him, which was pretty impressive. And then he goes for a jump, sees two soldiers, and he's like, I can take this demo man. And then he does, grabs the health back. He's almost back to full health again. And then here is actually a good spot where you can see the engineer comes and builds, and he's like, all right, so first time I built this, a soldier came and destroyed all of it. So I'm gonna rebuild and pray to God soldier doesn't come here. And what happens? Well, the soldier comes here again. So now they're pushing, and he's just making sure that there's no stragglers about. Could be someone hiding, and Genji kills the other. And then we have a medic out of position, of course, and then destroy this teleport. That's 50 metal down the drain. And look at this, a sentry that we can just destroy. So that's 130 metal wasted, not to mention time for the engineer. Just killing level 1 sentries that are building and stuff is actually just a huge part of fucking up engineer stuff. So it's a great way to do that. And of course, you can see that the other team is scattered one by one, so you can just pluck them like strawberries in a field. And then, of course, this other demo is by himself as well, and it's like 3v1 with the sniper and another demo, so he dies as well. So the enemy team is like stringing on a line, just slowly dying one by one, and you never want to do that. But that's what you have
teamwork
for, and as well, you know, rendezvousing and stuff like that. And you can see blue team sticks together, red team doesn't, and therefore red team loses. Here's like, what's this scout gonna accomplish? Is he is he gonna run away? No, he decides to stay and die. The medic is healing, and you can see that Adam, he's staying with the medic, making sure that there's like no spy or something like that. If there were a spy there, he would have been pretty dead. And then he takes the high ground because being above is great, and then he gets a bit over eager trying to get that medic, and then he dies. That's his second death, but so far I would say he did pretty well. I wouldn't consider this like a competitive match. It felt more like a pub because like the clueless engineer. So that was all the user submitted ones. I wasn't as clear to say that you only sent it once. So there was a couple that sent like a bunch, but I only picked the first one you sent me, and that's what we was gonna show. So this is actually me, and I'm gonna actually be breaking my own rule. So you can see we're 5. 2 snipers, I'm one of them, because fuck this team. 2 of them turn out to be cheaters later. They didn't have the cheats enabled in the beginning, so we just go up in here. And this is what I mean, like now me and my sniper have to kill 4 guys. So he kills a guy, and then I kill the medic. And then soldier comes and bombs him, and I die, and then we die as well, and then I'm gonna hit the route where I just die again, but fuck that. Then I'm like, well, fuck this, I'm gonna play heavy. And then we kind of trash him the first round here. So we kill this guy, that's 3 kills. I'm still alive, medic is alive, there you go, sandwich for the medic. Can work great, because when I have to carry, I either play scout or heavy. And then the medic dies because he wasn't too close, and I couldn't protect him enough, but we're just gonna watch this live because I died so quickly as the second sniper. So we kill this guy, and I don't think the cheaters has enabled their cheats yet. At least it's not obvious because I'm the one getting the most kills. And then we kill this guy, and then we're in the corner, and I have to eat this to get heals faster, and then we're still winning despite we're 5. So it might be because of the cheaters. And I'm also, I think I was doing some console commands or something. So we're fixing some settings. And there we go. At this point, there wasn't really anything super obvious that we had cheaters that I noticed until later. And then we threw the match and they lost. So yes, there comes this guy, and you can see the other medic actually knows what he's doing because the soldier's not gonna be able to kill me, and he has such control with the amount of damage that I can take and the much he can heal, and then he Ubers me just in time. So this is the kind of level of medic that I expect to see every game. Like he's like, all right, I know if one soldier can. One soldier, when I'm healing the heavy, can't kill him, and I can just count rockets and do the damage, and then I try to kill the medic as fast as I can, but aim wasn't 100% perfect, so the medic died, but I do think we just hold this first round, I think. Yeah. And then the cheaters start cheating, like for reals. Yeah, here's where I die. Yep, there we go. So, this was Competitive Nightmare Continued. So, we have a system that gives you skill, but the skill is actually not accurate of your average skill. So this has helped for casual matches. I'm having better casual matches than before this update, but competitive matches are about just as shit. They're just as crap, and it's because people aren't playing. If we had a couple more 1,000 players, then yeah, sure, it would help. Because what would happen for Valve competitive to be good is for every 6v6 league to just drop whatever they are doing, like all their scrims and everything, and just everybody do Valve comp, then that would be good. However, 6v6 players are very cranky about certain weapons and classes in the game and class restrictions and stuff like that, so that's never gonna happen. So what I propose that we do with this, competitive that came out in March is that we take this competitive and we put it down, here under alternative game modes. Because nobody's playing in it, hardly anyone. It's like, let's just have another look. Like right now, it's 8 o'clock prime time. Let's see how many matches worldwide. So there's 6 matches worldwide, 62 players are playing. That's not worth spending resources on anymore. And also the fact that competitive matchmaking, we can't deal with hackers. We have no tools to be like, hey, we have faulty play in this match, like cancel, kick these guys, whatever. Also no replacements when people leave, there's no filling. And 6v6 as a format isn't appealing to anyone. And after so many years of continued LANs, events, the interest just isn't there. The interest is from the people who play it and no one else. If you look at other games, like, I don't know, a mobile game has, a mobile game like Clash Royale, which is like an unbalanced game, has a competitive scene, and they have leagues, and people play it, and it's not balanced at all. It fucking sucks. But what they've done is that the way you play casually and competitive is the same thing. It's always ranked. And we do have a rank in casual, and thanks to GDPR, we can see that rank. However, I would like to see just ranked casual, like something a toggle, like you toggle a rank and then you get a ranking based on that stuff. A lot of people will have ranking anxiety where you're like, oh, I don't want to play competitive, I just want to play for fun. And then you can hide the ranking. But then you can like turn it on so you can see the ranking and see what league you're in and stuff like that. It would have been cool. However, it doesn't work for 6s and we should just give up. Like Sniper says, it's not gonna happen no matter how much we try, how many lands you throw, how many fundraisers, shit, all this kind of stuff. 6v6 is not interesting. It's not interesting to me. I've tried to like it, but I don't like it because it's not balanced. It's balanced towards soldier, scout, demo medic, sometimes sniper, and the other classes once in a blue moon, and then no payload or any other map like that. So that's the rant on competitive. You can disagree, but here's the thing, GPS is always right. If I'm always right and you disagree, that makes you wrong. Totalitarian GPS fucking wins the day. Once again, I would have been a great ruler. Can't we just kill the poor to end poverty? That's a great resolution. So now that we've dreaded through this nightmare of competitive, I think, for my part at least, competitive is... Like, if you play 6v6 and stuff outside of Valve matchmaking, that's good for you. I mean, if you like it, Highlander, 4-7, RGL, or whatever those guys are doing, sure, go for it. However, it's never going to be official because it's not interesting for everyone. Well, in other games, there is. You can just see by the Twitch streams and the amount of players that actually watch, and the majority actually doesn't play TF2. They just watch because you happen to get featured because you know somebody who works at Twitch. Anyway, I actually didn't know that there was an issue with the Sandman, but the next topic is going to be the Sandman for the Scout. So your goal is to play Scout and equip this weapon. We will do another one for the Cleaver later, but you're going to have to use the Sandman, yes, and throw balls in people's faces and actually use it for something. So we're going to analyze that now that you can pick up the balls again. It should be working a lot better. Be sure to check out the Discord in the description, as well as the Steam group for announcements and all that kind of stuff. And also there's a little raffle link below for those of you who want that. Cool. See ya.